Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to share with you guys my favorite and best HVK-30 class setup in Black Ops 3. This gun is absolutely ridiculous. It is so powerful, and to be quite honest with you guys, I think it's one of the best guns in the game, and the reason behind me saying that is the fact that I don't even use it that much, and I'll explain that here in a second right after I give you guys the class setup. So what we're running is the HVK-30. We're running Elo Sight, Quick Draw, Stock, and Long Barrel as our attachments. And then perk-wise, I'm running Ghost, Blast Suppressor, and Dead Silence. So I'll explain those here in just a second. Why do I think that this gun is the best gun in the game if I don't use it that often? I've always used the HVK-30 as kind of my quote-unquote backup weapon. For example, if I go into a game and I'm really struggling, I'm sucking, I can't get any kills, maybe I'm like 0-6 or 1-4 or something, and I'm just getting really annoyed and I can't do anything with the weapon that I started with, the HVK is generally that gun that I'll pull out to do really well with and get myself back on track. Now, it's kind of weird because thinking like that, it makes no sense to not use the HVK all the time. I find when I do that, I don't do as well. But the HVK has always been there for me when I'm really sucking, I'm really struggling, and I need a weapon to really just like boost my morale in the game. Again, the HVK has always been there to really help me do better in a game when I'm sucking. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the high fire rate. I have no idea what it is. But the HVK, this class setup is ridiculous. I promise you guys, if you try it out, you'll do really well. So again, I'm running Elo Sight, Quick Draw, Stock, and Long Barrel, and then Ghost, Blast Suppressor, Dead Silence. So the reason I'm running Long Barrel is, like I just said a minute ago, this gun has the highest fire rate. Now, it's unbelievably fast, but the recoil is pretty bad as well. So I run Long Barrel to help steady that and give me that advantage to be able to compete with people at longer distances. I mean, it's an assault rifle, so we should be able to compete at longer distances, but because of the high recoil, it makes it very challenging to win gunfights at long range, which is kind of a sucky thing for an assault rifle. So I've been running Long Barrel. It's really helped me to win more gunfights from further away, and it's a huge advantage when using the gun. Now, at the same time, this gun might have the highest fire rate, but it's got very low damage, and it's obvious. I mean, if you're going to have a gun with high fire rate, you got to have low damage or the gun's going to be stupidly overpowered. So generally, I'll sub out something like Long Barrel maybe for high caliber. Generally, what I do is I get rid of Ghost, right? And I'll just run two perk 3 greeds, so they're going to have 2 perks, and I'll get rid of Ghost, and then I'll put on high caliber. And high caliber is something that is just so useful, especially with this gun, because of that kick. The gun normally goes everywhere, but generally it goes up. So if I'm trying to compete from long range with a low damage weapon and a high fire rate, if I've got a high caliber on, the chances of me killing them is going to be really quick, or really high at a very quick speed, if that makes any sense. Like if because the gun shoots so fast, you know, I'm going to hit them with 3 bullets really quickly. And if I have high caliber on, it doesn't matter how far away I am, I'm going to kill them. So because it has low damage, a lot of times I like to run high caliber. I think the biggest problem for me is when I encounter people, especially up close, I find myself losing a lot of gunfights where I actually shoot them first. And a lot of that has to do with the low damage. And although it may have that high fire rate advantage, the low damage just kind of it takes over, and it kind of sucks. And especially with this gun, I've really found that I lose a lot of gunfights that I feel like I should be winning. So a lot of times I'll run high caliber instead of running Ghost so that I can win more of those gunfights and do really well. But the reason I'm running Ghost in this particular class setup, I can't even talk right now, I like to stay off the grid with this gun because of the fact that I lose a lot of gunfights when I shoot first. Because I'm losing more gunfights recently when I shoot people first, staying off the grid by running Ghost, Blast Suppressor, and Dead Silence has really helped me to get the advantage. Like, because it's hard to compete with this gun because of the low damage, I like to really try to get a good first shot or a first couple shots off without them seeing me. So by running Ghost and Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence, it allows me to be completely off the grid and really be able to surprise people and give me that advantage. So that's the reason I'm running Ghost with this class setup. Anyway, guys, that's the class setup. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys can use this setup and do really well with it. If you guys have any extra tips for this gun, make sure to leave them down in the comments below so we can see and test them all out. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.